Hello, welcome. It's always a pleasure to be here with you, learning together. Because again, all these TikTok lessons is to help you understand what you're doing wrong. Because we all been giving the wrong information. If we had the right information, I don't think anyone would be complaining. Because why? Everything going right because we're going according to what was told, and we did it, and life is beautiful. Obviously, that is not what's going on in our lives. Today, we want to talk about passport bros. What does that mean, passport bros? Well, from my understanding, that there's a lot of men, and I understand black men mostly, a lot of black men are leaving and going to another country to get married. Now, if men did not want to get married, why would they leave their home, their family, everything they know behind to go to another country to marry a foreign woman? Why would they do that? What's in it for them? That's what you have to ask. What's in it for them? So, to understand this a little bit better, let's go to the beginning. When God created Adam and Eve, okay, he told Adam to go forward and be fruitful and multiply. Also, God commended in the Old Testament the Jewish men. It is a command, not a suggestion, that they have to get married. God didn't say, well, I don't know what 2024 going to look like. I'm not sure. So I'll leave it up to you to decide if you want to get married. What kind of guy would that be? God says it is a commandment to get married, meaning that it doesn't matter what age, what time frame you're living in, it's never going to change. God's word is eternal and final. So why are they getting married? Now, they may not know this because it is a commandment. It's part of what we are obligated to do. We are doing. Now, let's look at Eve. Eve, when she was in the garden, she knew the rules, but she believed she had another option. She believed, hey, I got choice. God, look, God, you do you, I'll do me. You say not to eat from the fruit? Hey, I'm going to eat because I want to do me. It did not turn out too well for either one of them. Both of them were guilty, okay? Because Adam still ate too. But the point I'm making is the moment you decide that you're going to do it your way, this is the result of it today. We are living that today, okay? Now, why God did not command Eve to get married? Very good question. The reason why God said it's going to be natural for a woman to want to get married, I don't have to command you. The man I have to command because he have evil inclination and he must obey, so it is a commandment. You cannot get out of it. Now, you may say, well, I don't feel it. Okay, that may be true, but you still desire it because it's in you. You may say, I don't want to get married because you decide to be Eve and do it your way, go after the man God said not to go after, or you did not know the rules, and now he has damaged you in a way you don't want to get married. That's anybody. Whether you're a child who's been damaged by your parents, you've been abused by your parents, you're going to have some resentment and hate towards them. Or an adult that may not be your parents who abuse you. Physically or emotionally, you're going to resent and hate them. Because that is the way that we are structured. When someone hurts us, we want to hate them. We don't want nothing to do with them. But it doesn't matter how we feel. God's still command is not going to change because how I feel. God's not going to change because I feel. God, hey, God, I don't feel like doing it because it bothered me. I got married 100 times. And God is not concerned about it. He said, that's your problem. Why? Because you don't know the rules. Because you do not know rules, you picked the wrong person. Now, you may say, well, I don't feel it. But you do desire you want to get married. The same way you desire when your child, remember ladies, when you had your son, your daughter, what do you say to the man? Oh, she came from me. An instinct. It's a mother's love. A man could never understand a mother's love. Why do you think that's coming from? God did not command you to take care of your daughter or to take care of your son, because he knows he created you. It's going to be natural for you to do it because he put it in you to do. So he doesn't give command for things that he put into you to do. That's why you are not commanded to get married, because it's supposed to be a natural process for the woman. But because you have listened to the snake, you have listened to these people out there, these women, these liberals, they're telling you, because why? Because they went against God. These liberals went against God, and now they hate men. They don't want to get married, and now you're following and trailing them. What do you think is going to happen when you're following a bunch of wicked, evil people who said, I don't care, God. You do you, I do me. Matter of fact, God, when you created us, you did not know 2024 going to be like this? You think God did not know 2024 going to look like this? And God will say, you know what? 2024, I'm not sure what 2024 going to look like. You know what? Think about it. Maybe you should get married. Maybe you should not get married. It just depends. I leave that up to you. What kind of God would that be? God does not change because you've been hurt, because you did not follow the rules, because of your feelings, because of your thoughts. And if you look at the Jewish nation, they constantly were being punished, being killed for disobeying. Look at Moses. He got punished for disobeying. He didn't enter Israel. King David, he got punished. His son died. He had 2 sons that died because he did something that he was not supposed to do according to his level of understanding God. If you look at Job, these people, they got punished because they knew God, they understand the laws, but again, they decide to do what they want to do. King Solomon. Now, how many of you was watching this think you're smarter than King Solomon? How many of you are smarter than King Solomon? Even he went, because he thought he was so smart, he could maneuver and change, and he got punished. So what is the point here? The point is, you're not going to win. It is a commandment. God is not going to change his mind because, boo-hoo, I've been hurt. I do understand that. We all been hurt. And we've been hurt because we did not know what we were doing. How many of us graduated high school and knew what it meant to be a man, to be a husband, and to be a wife? We did not know what that means. We just went on what we think we should be doing, or what people said, or books we read. But guess what? If they were right, we would still be married and our children would be happy if they were right. But obviously, the books were wrong, our families were wrong, our friends were wrong, everyone was wrong, even us. So therefore, these men are simply just like you have an instinct to take care of your child, to love your child as a mother. It's also part of the man too. But again, it is a commandment. And he's desiring, of course, to do it too, but he's commanded to do it. He cannot get out of it. But you are higher than us. Listen again, ladies. You are more than us. God did not order you to get married because he created you to want to be able to get married, to want to get married. And that's what makes you very different from us. Your job was to put us in line. But again, this is if it's done properly. What does that mean? The right man, the right woman, and then you don't marry someone for convenient. You don't marry for one for what you want. God gives you what you need. And that's interesting. When it comes to a man, you go after what you want, not what you need. But yet, when hard time hits you, you're praying for God to give you what you need. When hard time hits, oh God, please, I need a job. Please, God, I need to be healthy. Please, God, save my son, save my daughter. Because that's what you need now. So when he created a man and a woman, we need each other. And as I said, you were not commended because you simply have the ability to do it and we don't. But yet we still have to follow. Follow, subscribe, share. It's always a pleasure Again, all this is for you to think.